living it up at the Hotel California. What a nice surprise, what a nice surprise.
Effing YouTube. I know they're gonna write me a damn ticket, you know, because I accidentally had the friggin' radio on, you know. We don't live in a free world no more. We live in a controlled by the dollar. Some evil sucker out there take all my videos away because I had the nerve to start my bike up with the music on. We live in a strange world. Well, that's my complaint for the day. Had to get it out of my system. She had to point out to me I had my music on. I didn't even pay it no attention. But you know, I guess if I was a musician and I had written a beautiful song like Hotel California, my favorite, and had some goober out there, I don't know, say I'm not making any money off their song, I in one hand would think, well, I'd want everybody to hear my song. Maybe those that liked it well enough, they would go out and buy my album, you know. And that's the way I look at it. But however, somehow they feel like they're getting cheated out of their money by me listening to it on a radio that I bought. I don't know. That's enough of complaining. Woohoo! Man, I ain't nothing like an eye-opening ride on a Coleman County road. Leaves are falling. It's a beautiful time of the year. The weather is just right. I got some sleeves on. It's 70 something degrees. It's going to be up in the 80s this afternoon. Actually, a lot of the leaves are starting to fall off, and they never did get any color because we just didn't have the rain to make the sugar in the leaves. I try to avoid that big hump big bump right there. Boom. They've got a crop in her growing already. Uh-oh. Angelique, she'll spot that glove loose over there. I don't know, I have the hardest time with that one. Watch this. Let me give it a little fist bump back here. storm coming. I hope we make it home before the rain gets here. It's supposed to be later this afternoon before the rain sets in. We'll see. There's some wind blowing today. Well, my internet had an issue. The raccoons got on my antenna cable. I got two cables going out to the antennas, and they sort of pulled my antenna out of kilter. And I didn't know it, and I didn't know also StreamYard shows you a your signal, your Wi-Fi signal, and I looked up there when my first time my signal come up, it started going down. I saw the Wi-Fi signal was down at the bottom. But hey, that's the price you pay when you live in the country. Well, I was going to get my fuel filter changed today, but nobody. Ford said they could work me in next week. Typical price on a fuel filter change that's mounted to the frame at Ford is $150 to change the filter. And I think I'm going to just wait and head out west. And if I begin to get a fuel issue for the fuel filter, I can always change it out there somewhere. Just lay over a day if I have to get it changed. But I've got all month of November to get it changed out. There's the moo cows. Beautiful up there, and we do need the rain. If we get this rain tomorrow, it'll brighten up the leaves. You'll see a lot more color. See, there's a little bit of color showing out there in those woods. stations on StreamYard. And well, my sister come and she joins us a lot of mornings. She's in there with us, and also last night my son, he popped in on StreamYard just as we signed off. We, you know, John was running the stream, and we'd already said our goodbyes, and then all of a sudden my son popped in there, so he didn't get to enjoy the chat as much as we did earlier, but John had a real good group in there last night. I tell you, we've been getting some good response through StreamYard. A lot of videos, a lot of people coming in and joining in on live streaming. And here, a few years ago, I was doing everything in the world. You remember I tried to get my raccoons streaming going. I paid a lot of money and got very poor results. And but hey, that's the price of living out in the woods. There's a new little trailer house going in. I gotta quit whining and complaining about everything. I'm thankful that every day I've got a life. I'm still alive, living with, I think, some of the best of times. You know, I've got some wonderful times, memories from the past. But right now, to sit and hear my friend in Australia play the harmonica, absolutely outstanding. Here my friend Motorbomb up in Virginia riffing some good tunes. He done Hotel California the other day, was really outstanding. Oh, there's so many people. Desert Outlaw, he's got a guitar there. He broke it out. There's some really, really entertaining people. And see, none of that was available to us, you know. When I was born, there was not a whole lot available for nobody. You know, nobody had TVs. Nobody had Nintendo. The binary language is probably in some engineer's mind, but it had not came forward. We did not have the digital world. Even if you got a TV, it was black and white. On a big old, I remember having a 14-inch TV, thought we had something. 14 inches. And it weighed 300 pounds. Now you got 75 inches and it weighs 80 pounds. Simply amazing. You got cameras that can capture true 35 millimeter quality. You got digital cameras now that give the 35 millimeter camera a run for its money. This is a rough road. Rough. That storm that comes in tomorrow, it's going to bring some wind. It'll blow most of the leaves off the tree, a lot of them. And what's left will be beautiful and colorful because that moisture will just bring the leaves alive in color. I guess it was Shakespeare, wasn't it? Worst of times, the best of times. That's one of the beautiful things about longevity. If you've seen the worst of times, you can actually judge what is good and what is bad based upon the years you've seen things repeat itself. You know, they say history don't repeat itself, but we see that humanity never seems to change. They always go back to the same ways, and it seems like history always repeats itself. We had World War I. I wasn't here then, but I heard the old folks talking about it, about the mustard gas. And then when we had the World War II, in the later years after the war was over, they talked about the atomic era and the atrocities that nuclear weapons are going to bring mankind. And I'm going to tell you, it's not a laughing matter. It is it's a serious thing. A nuclear bomb. And they're throwing that word around a lot, you know, nuclear testing, ICBM. In your prayers, when you're praying that your health gets better, when you're praying that your financial situation will become better, just as a side note, put that over to one side there. Pray that we never see another atomic bomb detonated on any human beings, whether it be from us, from them. I'm not saying roll over and play dead and let people walk all over you, and let other countries try to dominate you. What I'm saying is that pray that mankind, that includes every religious group out there, there's a lot of love in all religions, because they all basically love God, but they tend to hate mankind. Men tend to hate other men in other countries, and then we blame it on religion and stuff like that. But don't end up there. Because of some foolish decision a politician made and took you down a deep rabbit hole that you never can return from. I'm hoping he's going to turn. No, he ain't. He's going to... So, yeah, include that in your prayers. Because pray for mankind. Don't pray for your wealth. Don't pray for your financial picture to improve. Pray that mankind makes it possible for you to enjoy the income you have earned. I guess they're closed up out here. Yeah, they're gone. Look at this. I guess they've closed up. Well, I hate to see that, because I was kind of hoping that we could get my fuel filter changed there. That's where they used to work on the county cars. Well, enough of the whining. Just be kind to your neighbors. Don't get all hung up on him wearing a turban. He means you no harm. Because he wears different clothes than you doesn't mean he means you any harm. Because he gets on his knees and prays, it doesn't mean you any harm. Try to find a way to get past the differences you see in your fellow man. That's what I like about the StreamYard. It's brought together a coalition of human beings that has found a way to collaborate to bring content from different portions of the world without the prejudice, without being, demanding or putting people down or whatever. It's a wonderful way to bring human beings together. There you go. Alabama. But look how many places I've lived that I've told you I loved. I lived in Colorado. I love Colorado. I lived in Maryland. I love Maryland. I lived in Missouri. Really do love Missouri. I've lived in California. And I have truly loved California all my life due to the fact that's where my youth comes from. That's the period of time that we greatly appreciate, because we discovered rock and roll in Alabama, and when we got to California, they found a way of making it sound more beautiful. Oh man, we had our music. I never did have a surfboard, but doesn't mean I didn't love my music. Woo! Well, I don't know if I'm going to get a green light. If I'm at the end of the green light cycle, it's hard to say. Well, let's see what that's going to do. Well, them cars go, I know that. Park by that checkered spot right over yonder.